Hey, this is South Jersey Drivers. I wanted to thank you all for 200 subscribers, and as a thank you video, I will be showing you the custom built PC that I use for editing my videos. Now, I'll get started with just the case in general. This is a Xion 985BK. This is an EATX size case, so the dimensions are 2 feet long, 2 feet tall, and 8 inches deep. Now, this would fit an EATX sized motherboard, which is slightly larger than the standard ATX. Just going into kind of features of the case, I put in these LED fans, both on the front panel, underneath, up on top, and actually didn't put one in the back. The back one came with the case. My motherboard is a Supermicro X8 Ti-F. Now, this is a dual CPU board, so it supports 2 CPUs. Now, these are on an LGA 1366 socket. Now, my processors are Intel Xeon X5650s. So there are 6 cores each, but they're hyper-threaded, so 12 threads, and because I have 2 of them, 24 threads, 12 cores. Now, also because this is a server board, it can support up to 192 gigabyte of RAM. And I'm not going to put anywhere near that. I have 24 gigabyte of RAM in there currently. Now, this is also DDR3 RAM, so it's not the newest DDR4. Also, going into my graphics card, this is a quite outdated card actually, but I will be upgrading it after I finish my liquid cooling system. This is a Radeon HD 5850. Now, the exact series of that I don't recall, but I will put that in the video. Going on to my power supply, this is a 700, you can't really see it. It's a 750 watt, 50 amp power supply. And when I get my liquid cooling system, I'll probably want to upgrade that to 1000 watts. Going into drive storage, I have 3 internal drives. They are 300 gigabyte apiece. And I also have a 1 terabyte external drive, which I put all my dashcam videos on. And that's actually starting to fill up, so I started putting them in here. Other specs of the computer, I have a USB 3.0 PCI card in the back with 2 3.0 slots. Up on top there are several USB ports, and these are 2.0 because my motherboard didn't actually have the ports for 3.0. So going into my liquid cooling system, which I mentioned earlier, this is a Bits Power Z Multi 250. This is my reservoir for my liquid cooling system, and this, I'm planning on putting it just behind the drives here, inside the case, and I will go into getting my hoses, my CPU blocks, my pump, which I actually want my pump to fit right in the front here, so I can leave these 2 spaces empty, to go over these huge heat sinks I have here. And the CPU blocks I'm looking at are about $75 a piece. They're very nice. They're acrylic with a brushed dark metal, also backlit with a blue LED, so it would match the case. I'm looking at UV blue liquid coolant, so if I put a UV light in there, that I would have, and I use clear hoses on. If I put a UV light in there and use clear hoses on my liquid cooling system, the fluid would glow as it comes through the hoses. So, going into specs on my computer, just to kind of show you guys. If I, oh, my mouse is off. If I went down to my task manager, went under performance, I have 24 threads. It shows up as 24. Well, here we are. Also, memory. This is 24 gigabyte of DDR3 memory, and my camera is turning off now, so I will see you later. Okay, I let my camera charge for a couple minutes, so now I'll finish off the video. This is a Gigabyte G7 Stealth gaming keyboard. Features backlit keys. Now, these you can have the option of either blue, green, light blue, or off, and I chose blue just so it would match the LED fans on my PC. Now, going into another aspect that I added on here, this is a CyberPower 1350 AVR. Now, this is basically battery backup for my computer in case the power went out. So my monitor, my PC, of course, and my router are all plugged into this, and it's pulling 113 volts. and right now, because it's been plugged in, the battery's at 100%. But it would keep the computer on for 16 minutes after power would go out, if it were to go out at this moment. 15 minutes now. So that was basically it. Again, I wanted to thank you all for 200 subscribers, and I will see you next time. Until then, have a good day, night, and whatever time it is when you're watching this.